Oh, hey, we woke up to an aurora. Run, 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 run. What's it say? They're promising me a bumpy ride. Sounds about right. Nothing and no one left this far, or no one left this far north. That's interesting. Hello, everybody. This is Frogman. Welcome back to the Long Dark. Last time we did a little bit of wandering around and got a few things done and kind of got to play around with some other fun little stuff. And there has been some updates. All of the recent bugs, at least for the most part of what I have seen and what we got to play with in a few episodes ago, I should say, what we got to play with a while back. they've kind of fixed them. So unfortunately, well, we're not going to be able to do any more meat duplication glitches and all that kind of fun stuff. Also did notice that they finally dropped, what is it, version 2.22 for everybody playing console. Finally, so you guys get to have a lot of the fixes and hopefully some of the stuff will work a little better for you. I do know that there's some interesting things going on in as far as the food cooking is concerned. Some of the things that you were cooking or we were cooking were not providing the heat warmth bonus like we were expecting them to. I forget exactly which foods it were, or it was, I believe, and there's been, some other things that have been fixed as far as other things go. Again, kind of really sad that I didn't get to do this one on camera for you guys because of the fact that there was a seriously nasty math bug that came with broth. And broth is something that you could make way, way, way early in game, so it's kind of one of those deals that was an interesting thing. And the interesting thing about it is your cooking skill. You as you level your cooking skill, you got more calories per any cooked food item that you made, which is something we all know, and which is what I was kind of complaining about last time or the time before last when we were trying to cook a bear in Pleasant Valley. Well, the interesting thing about the broth is because this stacks as you cook it, the game was being kind of silly and taking the 25% and adding it to the top of the stack every single time you cooked another batch. So this is a kind of an exponential thing that could just slowly over time go like this to the point where you start out with 212 calories per cup and end up with, a buffer overflow of a number of however many calories per cup. And it wouldn't really take very long and a whole lot of meat to do it. So it's just imagine every time you cook something in that line, every time you cook a batch of this, you add 25% to this number every single time. So it's be whatever this number is plus 25%, and then you take the plus 25% number and add another 25% to it, and just on and on and on and on and on. So yeah, really sad we didn't get to do that one on camera. Would have been kind of fun, but anyhow, we are going to move on. We need to get to the I'm trying to make up my decides here if we're going to go in the back way over towards Homesteaders and maybe do the thing up down that direction. I've not been to the mine via Homesteaders in a really long time. It could be something that we could try to do because I always go to anglers. I usually end up going up through deer clearing and through the deer clearing entrance into anglers that direction. We've done that a couple of times. I think what we'll probably do this time is we're going to go to, like I said, probably going to go down the long way and then do the silly goat across the wall. And I need to grab my sapling, do the silly goat across the wall, and see where we can't get in trouble at. So let's munch down on some of this junk that we've got. Good travel food. We're going to go wander through the marsh a little bit today. And yeah, then we're going to see about trying to possibly get to Miner's Folly today, if at all possible. Not that I really want to go hunt another bear, but I do kind of want to do something different. It's been a long time since I've done this, so we'll go this way. We should be reasonably safe at this point. Possibly. Now, there's another chance for a few other things out here as this goes, but as long as we can get over here before the sun gets up, and we get into Ash Canyon before the sun gets up, then we should be all right. Pretty. Anybody back here today? Yep. And I'm not going to bother you. I was just looking for feathers all the way. Don't think... Oh, we could do with a few. I always say that we could do with a few. And you're going to be cold. Today we're going to be cold, unfortunately. We'll probably have to stop as soon as the sun comes up. One thing I do like about trying to be out right after an aurora is the fact that generally the weather will be clear, which means you'll have a mag lens fire. And it's a good time, especially if you wake up in the middle of the night to see an aurora, that the next morning, if you've got a mag lens and you don't have plans, it's a good idea to sit down and, you know, go, as I say, if you do have a mag lens, what am I saying? And you wake up to an aurora, generally the next morning will be clear enough that you can use it almost every time. So it's one of those kinds of things. If you wake up to an aurora, you might make plans to make water the next day. But we'll do the long walk through Echo.
I can't feel my feet.
You get to hear the early morning music. Yeah, I haven't been into Ash Canyon via this direction in a long time, it feels like. This is probably still by far my favorite zone that they've put in the game in a really long time.
I'm freezing.
It's for sure 100% better than Black Rock, 100% better than Bleak Inlet. If we're lucky, like I said, we'll get over here. It's still on. That's fine. We'll go ahead and see about trying to avoid any of the wolves. Might be a little early. Nope. Pretty. Now, I want to go to this area because these backcountry zones like this and Hush River, again, we're trying to do a little bit of messing around, trying to find some birds. And I know there are a lot of birds in this zone. I know there are a lot of birds in this zone. What I'd like to be able to do actually is get to the right off the bat. The little shelf that's around the corner over here and on top of that one spot is just there. There's over there by Climber's Cave, I think there's about 5, maybe 6 flocks. I also know there's a flock right over there. And I also know, I believe there is a flock over on that area where the kind of that spot where the bridge is. Let me see, the bridge is over there. Where are we? Hang on. That's High Meadow, I think. Anyhow, there are lots and lots and lots of birds in this zone. So we will take care of that little problem today, hopefully very soon, because I do want that. I do want the insulation, and I do want to get our bedroll sorted. How many burbs do I need for that? I should look. Not that. Where are we? Crafting, clothing. I think it's in here. I need 5 for that, and I forget where this is. And 10, so we need 15, which should be, what is that, a little over 5? So 6 or 7 of them would be great. Which is 2 flocks. Let's see what we can get. Okay, well, hang on. Look at it. Okay, you got 95%. Let's get over to the fishing hut real quick. Because I don't want to do this goat cold. I want to make sure we're warm and we have fire. Oh, there's the wolf. Are you gonna see me from over here, buddy? Chips. Yes, we'll take chips. Sure, thank you. Can I get over this? You know, they used to be you could walk through here without a problem. All right. Now I want to make a fire in this thing just because that way it won't blow out should we have an issue.
If I can drop any of this
You're
gear.
fine. Sheesh. We'll be okay. Go ahead and start a fire with that. Well, it thought about it right at the end.
Perfect.
It thought about it right there at the end. Go ahead, put that on there, and we'll go ahead and I think I have plenty of water, but I'm gonna make, just for grins, one of those. And do we have any sitting down here? We'll go ahead and warm everything we've got up. And scrawled message. This one should point us towards I forget where this one points us at, actually.
Think about his food.
Oh yeah, that's the one that points you to the bottom of the 3 ropes climb on the other end of the world over there. So no, just that bug's in here still. Lovely. Seriously? Or maybe it wasn't ready when I picked it up. Maybe it wasn't ready when I picked it up. Yeah, that one's still trying to warm up. That's fine. We've managed to lose a fair amount of health, but that's all right. We're going to get a lot of birch bark tea in this zone, so we might as well just drink the stuff we've got right now. Cook another one. All right, how many torches do we have right now? Need a few more. All right, you're fine. Let's go. All right, so in order to get up there the easy way, or I should say the cheesy way, I like cheesy way better. Cheesy's funner. We need to go down this kind of wall along this side until we get to that nice big long snowbank over there. And I think we've done this one. I think we did this in Cartographer, but we'll go ahead and do it again here just because it's kind of fun.
We're getting cold.
Yeah, you're gonna be cold, and that's fine. I'm just gonna go ahead and stack another one of those on top of it. Not really worried about it. We'll gain that all back very quickly just by taking a nap up here. But I don't want to go up the rope. We can't go up the rope. The rope's not there. But this way we'll be able to see whether the moose is here. We might hunt this guy this time. Might. He usually spawns around that goofy looking rock right there. I don't hear him though. Okay. So I usually do this snowbank right here just because I can get quite a ways up the hill over here. This one's all about maintaining altitude. That's all it is trying to maintain altitude on this wall. We're going to end up spraying, guaranteed. So doesn't really matter. But again, I like to try to just crawl up this hill as far as I can go. The snow will let you get quite a ways up, and then you just kind of work diagonally that way. I try to aim for that crack or a little bit above it if I can. Somehow, somewhere in here, you're going to be able to gain a little bit more altitude. But yeah, I like to try to stay as high as I can. And then you just kind of walk sideways across this hill. Come on. And then we're going to try to get someplace we can toss a torch down so that we don't lose it. Not that it really matters. It's a free fire. But there'll come a flat spot right here that you can toss a torch down. Once you use a torch that's actually got some time on it. And you also end up with a spot where you can get rid of spraying risk right here. And there's several places like that, but that's the level we need to hit from right here. So if you're standing on top, and kind of you want to be standing on top of this rock for reference, right here where this next snowbank is, you want to try to stay, again, as high as you can so that you land kind of right in that area right there. There'll be a drop or two along the way, but for the most part,
Oh, so cold.
You will be fine, my dear. Get over to that ledge. Thank you. If I could do this with no sprains, that'd be fun. Famous last words. I know. Nice. Now, there's going to be a kind of a little spot right here where if you look down, you're going to fall off of it. You want to either be down here when the time happens or aim for that when you go down. So there are some of these goats that are requiring you to kind of do a little bit of jumping and bouncing and running. I know there's no such thing as jumping, but if you look at that angle right there, it kind of turns in. So if I do the fire thingy right here, you see how it's vertical? This is one of those ways you can tell whether or not you can goat something, because you can see the angle of the fire is kind of laying against it. But right there, it's vertical, which means you'll fall off of that. But right here, it's not. You'll be able to grab right about there and then run jump over to here, run jump down to here. You may take a little bit of damage, but generally that's not a bad place to kind of jump down to. And I lost my fire, but then you just kind of weasel your way up here, kind of like you do the landslide going into Desolation Point, excuse me, Broken Railroad, and then we go over here. Yeah, she's cold. It's fine. We'll solve that in just a second. Cool. All right, what are we going to get we can loot real fast, warm up, and then try to recover some of that health? So
This will come in handy.
This is usually a good place to come get one of these and one of these. Ooh, those are probably better than the ones we got on, maybe. Nope, not quite. I will say this one too, as a person that kind of likes the windproof bonus that comes from these, and the fact that they have a pretty good, well, not this, but they have a pretty good protection. Man, she just wants to talk the whole dang time I'm sitting here trying to talk. 2 pairs of combat pants is not a bad thing to play with either, because they don't weigh a lot, and if you're more interested in losing a little bit of poundage, you can carry 2 of these and not lose a lot. So it's actually not a bad thing to keep with you if you like to do that. So we'll drop a bunch of this junk. We were supposed to do a little bit of cleanup, I think, prior to doing some other stuff. Did I get rid of you? No. Okay. But anyhow, yeah, you can, it just all depends on how you like to play. I like a little bit more protection, so I wear the deer pants and the windproof, because the wind always blows in this game. I will take your dog food, and I will take your dog food and your pork and beans and your pinnacle peaches and some more wood matches. Thank you very much. Anything else in here? Candy bar, rope, and a guns handbook, and that should be about it. Go ahead and sleep for a couple hours just to warm up. And then eat food so that you don't lose well fed.
I'm gonna need to eat soon.
No kidding. Chatty catty today. Alrighty, let's go see about some little burbs. Perfect. I don't think they're here. They do seem to be fairly dependent on clear weather, and this is not what I would consider clear weather. Okay, I'm gonna drop a few things and pass just a little bit of time in here. I want to see if I can get them to come in. They'll spawn right here. In fact, if I'm lucky, yeah, we'll check the coal bin in a second. Let's go see. I don't think I can probably map in that kind of weather, and I probably should go ahead and drop this down for the minute. Let's go check the coal bin. We're gonna kill a little bit of time, probably sleep a little more. Not that I'm really worried about this game. Make up your mind. I just want to see if it's there. God. You gonna let me map? Interesting. Maybe not today. Okay. Well, I guess we're well rested.
Man, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
Yeah, and unfortunately now we're going to have to worry about this pack being kind of heavy because we need to be able to get up the hill from here. Go ahead, eat all this junk. I mean, I guess I could warm this junk up. The sun had come out nicely. Nope, of course not. All right, cool. Go ahead and warm up a couple of these things once again. Drop. So we're that close. Okay, that's not a big deal. We can eat both of those, or at least eat one of those, warm up. I should be saving that peach tea, probably, or peach tea. Why am I thinking peach tea? Should be saving this. We might be able to make some stuff with it. So you go over there. You go over there. Did we, I don't remember, did we get... We didn't. I got peach pies is what I can do. I thought we had Lily's pancakes, but that's another save file. So we'll have to look at that one when we go back through Milton. So I'm just gonna go ahead and eat it. We'll save those for later because the pies are pretty much meh as far as I'm concerned. The little hand pies are pretty much whatever. They're all right. It's just they're not worth carrying at times. So the bigger stuff, and one of the things I'm going to hope we do find is the one that comes in this zone. So let's go. I believe there's one in this zone. I believe there's one in the mine, or in Miner's Folly. I think it's in Miner's Folly. Yeah, let's get up this rope. Now, again, this is another one of those things where we're now on the right side of everything as far as, you know, not having to deal with wolves. The only thing we have to deal with now is a bear if we want to go to the mine. It's a really long kind of circular thing. The mine is way the heck over there. So sometimes I find it easier just to go in and do the angler's route in to the mine. But let's get up this hill. And we're going to leave that stick there. I believe I left the stick there. That's a good a place as any for to cure saplings because it's a good place to come in and out. It's not that far. All right, we're just gonna do that. I was kind of hoping those little guys would be there. But we're going to run into some of them hopefully fairly soon. Unfortunately, we do have a torch, which means I'll probably scare them trying to get to them. But there are tons of flocks in this zone. Hopefully in between the last episode and this episode and the update they just put out, they didn't screw up custom again. I just heard something. Maybe just a wind, or maybe they're right up here. I want that one. They do at least make sure that you know they're you're close to them. Should say do that, blah, blah, blah. They do. You hear them from quite a long ways off. So when you do start to hear little noises, that's generally going to be them. But then again, the trees kind of creak and sound like it too. So who knows? I will take you. And you. And you. Oh, it's here. The box with one of the Polaroids in it, probably. Yep, nice. Which one is that one gonna be? That is right over here. We could actually probably do that one right in a minute. Is there anything good right here other than a rabbit? No. Just looking at high spots, because they're generally going to be on high spots. I think there's some around here somewhere, too, if I remember correctly. But again, I think they're also very dependent on the weather. But let's get over to Miner's Folly. We can hunt along the way if we need to. The deer is over here. That's nice to know. Just don't want to get too wet. Not that bad, though. Little bunny's in his normal spot, or their normal spot, whichever. It's a rabbit. Who knows? Rabbits are one of those ones that are kind of hard to tell what they are anyway. Kind of like chickens. Two deer. What? I don't know if I can pass that up. Problem is I got a torch right now that I lit with a match. You guys can't go very far. Yeah, up. Wow. Grab another torch. Where are you? We'll check the cave real quick and keep going. It's actually pretty stinking cold. I think we're getting ready to have a storm come in. Yep, there it goes. We'll go ahead and warm some teas then, since we have the ability to make a fire now. Where is it? There. Yeah, I think we need to get on and around the corner. So we'll just pick that up, and I'll pick that one up, and I'm gonna drink you. Likely this is gonna be the end of this torch chain, but that's okay. We'll stay nice and warm for a second, and all I gotta do is get to Miner's Folly. Yep, knew that was coming. Go ahead and just get your friend out. Walk into this. So I can run, kinda. Nothing like walking into the wind. But we do need to get somewhere before the blizzard actually does show up, because I don't want to be stuck in that cave. If a blizzard shows up, who knows? Much rather be down in town. Those houses stay warmer in blizzards. Although with as heavy as this wind is blowing, this bridge would be terrifying. Mr. Bear, are you gonna be right here in our way? I guess we're gonna find out. Hey, let me over. I don't see him today. I think we'll go over to Foreman's first.
Suit, I'm gonna faint.
It's all right, you'll be fine. We'll deal with that in a minute. I want to make sure we're kind of somewhat safe and not being in bear attack zone. I don't know where he's at, but we're about to have the blizzard hit, so let's go. Oh, hi, birds. This is the problem with the burbs. You gonna sit still long enough for me to shoot at you? I'm wondering whether or not they sit because of the weather. Let's go see if we can get all four of them without scaring one of them. And I will go ahead tank damage. We'll be able to get a 10-hour sleep tonight, so I just don't want to get too close to him. So like that guy right there. Now the thing about burbs, do not, if you have two of them stop kind of close to each other, like these two guys are kind of following each other right now, if I shoot, I might be able to get this one. If you shoot one right in front of another one, it'll scare the other one. But they're really good target practice. It's fine, it's just a blizzard. Stop, buddy. Nope, nope, nope. Come back over here. I might have just scared it. It's okay, we're fine. We're gonna tank some damage and we're gonna tank some stuff.
I'm not sure
I might have scared him. Yeah, I think we scared the last one, or the blizzard scared it off. One of the two. Whatever. Indoors. In. Did I get the last sapling? Go get the saplings. Cool. We got some birdies finally. Get in the house. All right, fun stuff. And because we are where we are, there should be some food here. So there's going to be some potatoes. There should be some salt, which means we can make some broth. We get a skillet. We get some flour. We get some of this.
I think I can use this.
Actually, yeah, go ahead, eat it right now. Beautiful. All right, cool. And we get some leather shoes. Go ahead, drop your sticks. 9 of those. Holy cow. Awesome. Good. We've got some stuff to play with for a little bit. I don't know how much we're going to actually do in Ash. I'm going to have to make up my mind. There's another potato. So we'll see what we can do. Potatoes are kind of meh as far as things go, unless you end up with the recipe that uses them. Then they're pretty good. They take a really long time to cook as far as, you know, being on the stove or wherever. They're actually pretty good to cook in the deal. And is that it? I think that's just a piece of paper on the ground. Can't tell. Doesn't look like anything. Let's see what else is in here. Time is it? Got a little bit of time to screw around.
I'll take it.
Not really in need of that. Old bedroll, suitcase. Is that another potato right there? No, it's just the thing on the rug. More matches. Wow, awesome. I'll take matches. I always take matches. All right, let's take care of these guys. We have... Where did they go? Where are you? There you are. Okay. Sad little, you know, whatever. I'm sorry. It is what it is. This is where this sucks. This is where this sucks, and this is where I know nobody in Hinterland has ever plucked a chicken in their life. It does not take 2 hours to pluck a chicken. But whatever. I grew up on a farm. I know what I know what time it takes. But anyhow, we'll go ahead and get these guys sorted. How many did we need? We just needed 5 for the first thing, right? I don't think we're gonna be able to craft it anyway. How long does it take to craft that thing?
I'm so tired I could lay down right here.
We need some cloth and an hour. Okay, well, I'm gonna take care of all of this. We'll get eaten up and then we'll get slept and then take care of a couple of things. We'll go ahead and make a little bit of stuff from these guys in the morning. Probably not, who knows? And then we'll go on down to the down to the rest of this little town and see what else they have going for us. Alrighty, we need some cloth. No, I don't want to use my knife. And then we need to go ahead and cook some stuff. We do have a few potatoes we could play with, plus some salt. I don't think I have anything I could actually make as far as... Well, I think ptarmigan stew would be the only thing we could make right now, right? Increase my restedness, but removes fatigue for 900 calories. And it takes an hour to cook. Or just make ptarmigan pies. Is there cooking oil here? We have flour. We have salt. We have potatoes. And some ptarmigan. Well, it doesn't sound very amazing outside. Let's go see what's going on. Ah, another blizzard. Okay. Well, you guys are just going to come with me real quick. And we'll go light a fire. And goof with some of this for just a second. Actually, I should have a piece or two of wood laying right here. We'll just throw that on. I need some water. We're about out. Plus, if we have a nasty storm outside, we're not going to be doing much of anything outside for the minute anyway. So let's see here what's around. I got that thing. Go ahead and stir up some water. Now, the problem with this cooking skillet is I can cook all this stuff straight in it, but if you notice, everything in here is going to require cooking oil. So if you don't have cooking oil, that skillet's practically useless for you. So I don't think we could even cook anything other than, I think at this point, the only thing I could cook is ptarmigan stew, which is interesting. So I think we'll just go ahead and cook. Well, I mean, I think I can make broth, and a broth would require me to do this. Yeah, I may just need to kind of cut some of these things down, and let's see what the weather does. I guess I could cook one of the small pieces. How big is that one?
Can you eat trees?
Why don't you just cook that one? That'll be fine. That'll work. And cook that one. And we'll toss a little bit of firewood in here. Break that down. Where are we at? 31 minutes. Okay, cook the last little piece. Yeah, we'll go ahead and cook that one. I was gonna say, we're gonna try to make a little bit of broth and maybe make a little bit of ptarmigan stew. There we go. Now we're doing a little better. How much you got for minutes? All right, so put that in here, get some more wood going. Ptarmigan stew, we're gonna have to cook a, where's the salt? Need this. Ptarmigan stew needs broth. That takes an hour or something to prepare. I forget exactly how long this takes. We're gonna get to a point where we're gonna be able to craft something for a little bit. So 34 minutes for broth. There we go, done. Awesome. And then if I grab the old mill flour, that and some ptarmigan stew, that's gonna take half of one of these steaks that we have, one of the broths, and a little bit of flour, and an hour. One thing I do love about the new cooking interface, whoa, excuse me, is the fact that they tell you how much fire you have left. So we'll go ahead and toss one of those on there for a couple hours. And then let's see about making us some stuff. So I don't want to cook any water. The water will boil off by the time I get this made. Improved insulation is going to be the first thing I want to make. Go ahead, craft that for an hour. Probably run out of water in that time, but hey, who knows? Maybe not, if we're lucky. Bang, done, awesome. All right, cool. You have 3 minutes until ready, and we have 43 minutes. Improved insulation. This stuff is amazing as far as things go. This is a direct replacement for the wool ear wrap, and it gives you double the amount of warmth bonus. So it's the same as like one of these. You know, it's the same as a hat. You're putting another hat on when you put this stuff on. So you get a nice jump. So we're now 50 degrees without another bear coat. That's the cool part about this. You can put another bear coat on and get quite a fair amount of warmth. So this is giving us 7 right now, and a bear coat will give you, I think, 11 or 12 if it's in good shape, which is amazing. So you can get quite warm now, which is really nice. All right, ptarmigan stew. Homemade soup, warm and nutritious, 938 calories. That didn't add any bonus on top of that, did it? Unless they're doing the math here. I don't know. Whatever. Have something to eat, Astrid. Thank you. Do that again since, well, we have an, 30-minute fire. All right. We'll go ahead and just drink a little bit of water. I'm probably going to go ahead and cook these potatoes, and then I think in the next episode, we'll go ahead and finish the rest of Miner's Folly and hopefully find a few more birdies. We need, 8 more of these down feather thingies, in order to be able to fix up our bedroll to make it even warmer, which is, again, a very cool thing. So I'll probably just go ahead and cook the rest of this ptarmigan up into broth. I did not want to do that. I said broth. Where did it go? Can I not do any more? Oh, I need more water. Lovely. Anyhow, I will see you all in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.